Hey, we got one person. Who is it? Comment. So I'm just gonna fix the car. If you guys saw the last video, but broken axle. Hopefully that's all they broke. So just kind of organizing some stuff so I can have enough room to work on this car. You guys ever been in my garage? For the ones that are close to me, you guys know this garage is tiny as shit. Like so. Oh shit. Boxes. Oh damn. Hey, what's up, Martin? How's it going, dude? Did you see my last video? I broke an axle, or I guess like in what do you call it, in drive shaft? I broke a drive shaft, front drive shaft, not the ones that are in America or here. Referring to drive shaft as a axle. So that's just what they call it in England. So. But yeah, I broke a front passenger axle / drive shaft. I hope that's all we broke, so I'm gonna go ahead and tear the car apart. Or not tear the car apart, but you know, tear the front apart. The front right, take the axle out. And this air hose is kicking my ass. So, got a couple people on. If you're on here, Bruce, comment. Asshole. Just kidding. Alright, let's get the car jacked up. My jack is way over here. We got going on over here. So last weekend took the car out and I tried to do some all-wheel drive donuts. Yeah, I tried to spin the car. It started spinning. As soon as the car started spinning, it stopped spinning because this side, driver's side or passenger side, broke. So I also want to check the rear end out because Martin might be able to answer his question. When I broke this axle, I don't know if it sent some power to the rear, but the diff started making a little bit of noise when I let off the throttle, kind of engine brake. So I want to go ahead and look underneath the back end of the car as well. It's a little chilly out right now. It's about 37, 38 degrees Fahrenheit here. I'm working in this tiny cold garage. So let me put you guys back on the tripod for my little camera stand thing, and we'll get working on the car. I'll wait for a couple more people to come on here too. So, if you guys have questions, you can go ahead and ask. I want to have like a few more people on here. Helps me get the watch hours. So the way YouTube works is you need 4,000 watch hours and you need 1,000 subscribers. You start making money on here. I'm at like 3,700 something watch hours, so I'm super close. So I want to get a few more people on this live so I can get more watch hours. So it's a turbo B series stock axles, and I'm hoping that the only thing that broke is the axle / drive shaft. So anyway, when I was trying to do the spin, the ground was a little dry. It was kind of sort of dry, So I think that loaded up that tire, that loaded up that axle. This does have a limited slip differential in it. So what happened was I was trying to do a right-hand donut with the car, or cyclones is what we call, you know, all-wheel drive donuts, because they don't really do donuts. They kind of just spin. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, hopefully. So, I think the transmission's fine. It drove home perfectly fine, and that's pretty much it. So anyway, I was trying to do a right-hand donut. Was it right? Yeah, it was right-hand, so counterclockwise donut or cyclone, and it loaded up that right side tire. I'm sorry, it's a left-hand donut, clockwise. Loaded up that right side tire, and it being the limited slip, it made the tire put all the weight onto that side, and it made the tire grip really hard. I think that contributed to destroying that axle, because these are stock axles. It's basically like launching your car really hard and having it grip really hard at the track on stock axles without preloading it. So yeah, I'm hoping that it's just an axle. I'm hoping the wheel bearing is fine. I'm hoping the diff in the front is fine. It's an M factory limited slip diff, so it should be good. You know, like I said, the transmission does not leak anything. There's no funny noises in the front. There's a little bit of noise in the rear. So we're about to find out once I swap the axle or drive shaft. I have a brand new one right here sitting in front of me on the ground. All right, I'm just gonna start right now. I got a couple people on, so see the damage. You guys can see me? Yeah, you can see me. Cool. The crazy thing is, I'll show you guys in a minute. The crazy thing is, the actual CV is still intact. It didn't like snap apart, and the splines on the CV axle or the drive shaft, the splines didn't break. It's kind of weird. Usually, these stock axles, they break at the spline, typically in the hub, I think, more than in the transmission. Well, I would hope. So, all right. This garage is so tiny. Let's check out the damage real quick. The way you spun around puts a lot more strain on the drive shaft axle in your case. Yeah, especially the way I spun it, loaded up that tire. It put a ton of weight, I'm sure, with the G-force shifting to the side too. Probably put more weight than the car. So it's crazy. Let's check it out. Let me get a light. Get my light so you guys can see. I don't know if it got a grease right there. I'm trying to find the spot. And it broke. Looks like it spun the other direction. Interesting. Oh shit. Oh my god. Look. So with one tire on the ground, I don't think I should spin freely like that. So, hey, look at that. That doesn't look good. But now where's the broken part? Oh, it's getting burned up somewhere. So there's the problem. So it looks like it maybe did come apart on us. I didn't know it came apart. There's a piece of cast that I found on the ground. You can see right there, a hole in the axle. I've never seen that, Martin, or anyone else. Comment if you guys have. My boy's trying to do donuts. Yeah. That's what happens, buddy. You got the 36 millimeters on yours, though, Isaiah. Hopefully he doesn't do this to you. But the weird thing is, dude, it didn't even break the spline. It put a hole in the housing. Well, looks like it broke the damn joint, too, so... wonder if that side's okay. Looks like the boot is kind of torn up. Alright, put you guys back on the stand. I gotta take this thing apart. Or you know what? Yeah, put you guys on the stand because I need both my hands. Maybe I can bring this over a little closer. Isaiah, are you still coming over or what? Crashing my garage door, like you said. Damn, that light. Make sure you guys got a good angle. Yeah, you got a good angle, alright. I gotta just go ahead and remove that nut. Gotta grab my keys and turn the wheel. The damn steering is locked. Give me like 30 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. All right, so we got 6 people in here. So for those that are just coming in, getting in here, I'm going ahead and tearing apart the car to see what I broke. Headphones are weak. Your garage door doesn't have heat. Hey, you're from here. Anyway, the people that are just joining this live, if you guys watched my last video trying to do donuts in this car, I destroyed the axle, the housing on the CV, the whole thing's shot, obviously. Here, I can turn the wheel. So yeah, there's the damage. Got a hole in the damn CV. So, and then there's a ton of play. I'm pretty sure once I remove this 32 millimeter, or the nut right here, it's gonna come flying apart. Although there's no bearings in it, they were all in the street. If you guys watched the video. I'm gonna end up fixing it. I'm gonna go back out and do the same shit. Maybe, I don't know. You guys can see me. Cool. You won't break the rear locking plates if ever you're welding. Yeah, I welded the. Yeah, so I welded the on the. You're talking about the uh, pinion shaft, right? Yeah, the little seam in it got welded. So I think the rear diff is gonna. I think the rear diff's fine. I think I'm gonna have more problems with these axles than anything else. So I think we're good. I think it's gonna be an axle. Like I said, the car drove home perfectly fine because the light is the worst. Car drove home perfectly fine, and it was fine. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that, but I had a little bit of noise. So yeah. Let me see if I got lucky. See if this ball joint here is gonna come out. Oh. Do something that you guys are probably not gonna enjoy seeing. I hate dealing with the Honda lower control arm with the nut right here. I typically put a nut. I usually hit the control arm, but sometimes let me try that first before I do it this way. You'd be surprised how easy they come out sometimes. I absolutely hate doing that. So we can do it like this. Isaiah, you still in here, buddy? I'm gonna spend more time trying to put this damn nut on than necessary. All right. Damn, she's in there. Biggest test will be when you're running slicks on sticky surface at drag strip. Yeah, stock V transfer case. Yeah, I might not like it very much. She is in there. Come on. Damn. Seized one if I've ever seen. That bastard's not coming out. There it is. What do you think, guys? Or guy? Got one guy in here. She broken. So here's the end of the CV. It's a 32 mil. You got one ball still stuck in there. I think there's supposed to be what, like 6, maybe more. There it is. Keep that as a trophy. All right. I just gotta take the 17 out for the 17 and a 14 for that, for the strut fork, and then that would be good. Take the axle out. I want to make sure I don't lose any fluid. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my axle ready for this, and that way I can just put it into the transmission all quick. So, all right, here we go. That happened. Well, I mean, I can't believe it, I guess. It's a stock axle, so. All right. All right, almost there. There we go. All right, pry bar. Get the axle ready. So I got a little tiny pry bar, and here's a brand new, just took out the packaging, or the boots are wrapped in plastic, and I threw the box away a while ago. I bought this axle as a spare in case I break an axle at the track. I bought it before I went to import face-off over here. All right. Bet you won't be trying that again, Nate. Hey, babe. Yeah, I probably will be trying that again, but this time with Drive Shaft Shop 5.9 axles, the 36 millimeter. Because what I want to do with this car, I know I talked to a couple of people about it, is I want to do a 9-second quarter mile, but I also want it to be kind of like a donut machine, you know, just something that can like survive doing donuts. Obviously, I'm going to have to do something to the transfer case because we'll get a fully built one, billet transfer case housing, and all the PPG stuff on the inside of it, because that is extremely weak on the V-Series stuff. From my K-Series guys, it's a little more forgiving than V-Series stuff. Everything on a V-Series, I guess not everything, well, transfer case is weak on a V-Series. However, the V-Series transmission stock, at least the front wheel drive ones, can handle a lot more abuse, but the motor itself is not as strong as a K. If you put a K toe-to-toe with a B, stock for stock, the K will survive longer at 500 horsepower. I've seen stock V-Series on like E85 ethanol make 500. I personally wouldn't do that. That's just kind of asking for, especially with how rare V-Series stuff is getting. So I would not want to torture a stock motor, V-Series at least. K-Series, like I said, will handle it, but V-Series is, it's not the greatest for all-wheel drive unless you got money, it seems like. So I don't really have a whole lot of money, but I've got a built transmission and built motor, so it can handle, this setup will take 700 easy once I replace the axles with some 36 millimeter axles, Drive Shaft Shop 5.9. Biggest test there. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun once I get the axle, the 36 millimeters in here. Let me show you guys something real quick before we continue this. So, I have Integra spindles because if you guys want to run 36 millimeter hubs, you got to have the Integra spindles. So I got some, you can't really see, but they're freshly powder coated, ready to go. They were done by Vortex Powder Coating in Spanaway over here. Took them only a day. It was about 150 bucks. But these are radial. These are from an Acura Integra. These will take 36 mils, make the car a lot stronger, so we don't run into any other issues. So it's funny because the first thing I looked at, you can't even see from here. First thing I looked at was that you can kind of see the house. The transfer case. I thought that's what broke. Surprisingly, that was not it. So let's put you guys back on this little ghetto stand right here, and we'll get back to work on this. So for those that are new to the live stream, we have a broken axle. If you watched my last video, I've never seen one break like that, but that's cool, I guess, right? I lost all the ball bearings except for, I mean, there's one just hanging out in there. There's the other half of the axle that I broke doing donuts. I'm just gonna pull it out of the transmission itself. I got my spare one right here. It's ready to just go right into the diff. So here we go. I need a camera. I need a real camera. I just don't know how you can live feed with a real camera. Probably the computer or something. Yay, new axle. Yeah. Yay, 32 millimeter. But the Honda resource. I'm gonna get 5.9s. You probably saw my Facebook post. That's the plan because I know it's kind of dumb. Well, I don't know if it's dumb. It's kind of like I'm just trying to have fun with this car, and it's not. I'm not breaking the car for views. Like I would prefer to not do that. I'm just having fun with the car, and I want to kind of just see if the car can take that kind of abuse. Apparently, seems like everything else can, but the axles can't. And I would love to be able to do a 9-second quarter mile and do donuts with the car without breaking anything. Hey, Philip, it's Martin. Hey, that's cool. Glad you guys are both here to do the live. So anyway, how much oil do you think I'm going to lose pulling this axle out, if any? So hopefully not a lot, because I have some, but I got my spare one right here ready to go in case I do need to quickly put it into the transmission. Very little, yeah. Usually something special with the car tipping more that way on the jack. We'll lift it up a little more. I should probably put a jack stand too. I totally forgot about that. You guys might witness my death a lot. I'm just joking. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Got the old Walmart jack stands. These are actually really good. These are like blackjack or whatever. I've heard good stuff about them. So, just in case. There's some oil coming out, but not a whole lot. I'll just throw a little more oil in there so you can probably see it. Yeah, it's dripping out. Not very much though. It's really slow. Get out of here. New one rated. Time for 5.9s. I've heard K-series axles, using K-series axles for this, but I got one of them. It looks super long. I don't know if that would work. Damn it. This car is just shaking like crazy on me. This is fun. I actually kind of lost a good amount. You can kind of see the puddle just hanging out right there. So that's good. Overdrive turbo dog. Yeah, Phil should do another one. He's good at that. Phil, how many all-wheel drive Civics, or I guess how many all-wheel drive cars or Civics, whatever, have you built? Seems like you're always doing something all-wheel drive. It's pretty cool. So Martin, I got those trailing arms from Phil. Or Kevin, actually. Kevin, I hope Kevin gets on here. It'd be cool to see Kevin on here. But he sent Phil the trailing arms and the inside wheel bearings. And Phil can weld them up. I sent them over. It's kind of like a little gift from Kevin and Phil. So really appreciate both of you guys. I've done 3, I think. Hell yeah. That coupe was cool, even though it's a stock B20. That was really cool. Kind of want a coupe. Don't know if I could do a hatch because I want to be able to run these spacers, and I know the coupe and the sedan have the same wheelbase. But it broke the rear passenger axle. Wow, interesting. I actually thought I broke something in the rear first, or my initial thought was a transfer case, and I thought I broke something in the rear. So, anyway, I was going to show. Still got your sticker, by the way. This looks cool on the car. With my Hub City, Carrillo, Safe Protect, Swap Shop Racing, and I got Phil's sticker on here. So, take a look at the dark interior. This shifter's been really good to me. So Jack Spania shifter. Kevin finally bought some more stuff for us. Yeah, Kevin he's about to finish that car. That's the car I'm waiting to see, and it's gonna be fast. He's lucky he's K-series. I really wish I was K-series now. The damn transfer case issue. But anyway, give me 1 second. My nicotine back in. Let's get this axle all the way in and make sure that looks like it's all the way in. I love the sedan chassis. They call it the Baby Evo. And the cool thing is it'll fit on a license plate, except I got a collector car license plate for this car. I don't know if I could go back to a regular plate, because you can't do a custom plate with the collector plate, which sucks. That's what I really wanted. big ass bushings. I got the energy suspension front LCA bushings. They're tight, super tight. There we go. Good times, waiting for the snow. I got the no, I got stickers from yeah, who you put stickers in my box, Phil? I think I got the other Honda Resource one. It kind of looks like that one website font, if you know what I mean. Starts with a P, ends with a hub. Just joking. I got that one, and I got the one with like the little YouTube logo. All right, I really don't want to do this right now. It needs to be done. I'm really thinking about taking this car out in the snow. Start snowing. It'd be cool if it starts snowing. All right. It's always a good feeling. Oh. Martin should have stickers. Should make some. Oh boy. What the hell is this from? Oh. 217s. So looks like the axle's in all the way. I got the end of the ball joint back through the buckle. It's all threaded. Looks like this axle nut, spindle nut, whatever you guys want to call it, see better days. It's been staked in and out so many damn times. But I like to keep some of these. I don't know about keeping this one though. Yeah, it's pretty beat. Maybe. Alright. I'm going to drop it so I can jack up this LCA because it's super stiff. Boom! That would suck. I love not having a lift. Sucks, dude. I feel like if I had a lift and like just a nice shop setup and nice bright lighting, I feel like my channel would do better. Who knows? Alright. No cotter pin on the upper ball joint. That's cool. Usually I'm really good about the cotter pins. Apparently not good enough. We're gonna build a fast auto tractor. I have loads of adapters available here, mate. Need more people to buy. Yeah, I'm surprised you don't sell more of those adapters. Those are it's crazy. I always tell people I always tell people, like, I didn't have to cut the drive shaft. They're like, really? And they think it's too long. They think the Freelander setup is too long. I thought it was too long until I did it. It's actually a little short because, at least on this kind of wheelbase, I think it's like 102 inches or something like that, 102 point something inches. Or is it like 103 or 104? I think it's 104. The EG hatch is like a 101 inch wheelbase. But that drive shaft works perfect with your adapters. So I'm so happy I found them because I was able to just throw the drive shaft in without even doing anything to it. It's not even balanced. I'll show you the front prop shaft, Martin and Phil. The boot is torn. It's been like that for a while. I've got a brand new front one, but I'm kind of like, I just gotta do it. But I'm like, I don't want to have to get it balanced in the way, but that's kind of part of the process. So you're sending it with a prop shaft, I guess, huh? Jerk that thing up way more. It's a tight fit. Oh. Would help if I took the bolt out, the 14 mil on top of that. Up a lot of money. Yeah, shop is definitely in your case priority. There she is. I'm left-handed, so you've seen me swinging the hammer all goofy. That's why. So I'm going to look at the rear end too as soon as I finish this front axle. See if I have any damage back there. I doubt I do. I trust the CRV diff. Phil, your the Green Dragon you had a CRV diff in it, right? It had like 900 horsepower. The next trucks are running. These are TN Monosports. And Isaiah, if you're still here. These are brand new and I got the car in a trade. And the dude wanted to trade the car. And he wanted to keep these and I said, no. I really wanted these. They're nice, dude. But this is originally an HTB car too. But no, these are the TM Motorsports. Very little miles on them. I've had the car for a few years though, and these still, obviously, they're basically new still. Still a little dusty. But yeah, just some TMs. Yeah, these coils do very well, surprisingly, when I launch the car. I mean, it doesn't really, I mean, I'm not like launching with a ton of power, really a ton of grip. It's launching with some decent grip, but it doesn't really shift around a whole lot. I got the back, it just has adjustable dampening. I got that somewhat stiff, I guess you'd call it, you know, for this kind of suspension. The springs are not, I don't even know the spring rate on these, honestly. Sweet. Just gotta tighten this up so I'll roast a wheel bearing. So let's see, you got the axle, got the suspension tightening. I'm over here trying to spin the front wheels and that's not spinning very well because there's a drive shaft. Oh boy. Screw it. I'll try to hammer it from the bottom. We need more people on here. Yeah, I got one person on here. Maybe, I don't even know. Should I just wait, Martin? So far I've been at it for 48 minutes. Just kind of hanging out, not really going fast or anything. I gotta add a little bit of transmission fluid in it, but you look, make sure I don't have anything stupid going on down there. Oh, she's in all the way. All right. There was at one point, there's like 6 people in here. So here's the fluid that I lost. It's not really a whole lot. It looks worse because it's kind of like, this is drywall, so it's kind of absorbing into the drywall, kind of spreading. I'm gonna add a little bit, but I gotta just stake this nut back with a flathead screwdriver. This axle is in, brand new axle from Rock Auto, a nice $60 axle. It's so weird because the shaft on here looks thicker than that one. Is that kind of interesting? I mean, I doubt that it is. If it is, cool. But either way, even if it's a little stronger, it's all about the spindle and it tends to break, I guess, on each side. But some 5.9s will do. Some 5.9 axles will do. We'll be able to do donuts until the transfer case decides to take a shit. Which is, look at that, just hanging out, stock piece. There you go, Martin. Does that look familiar? Let me show you the prop shaft real quick. Yeah, right now it's 527, or I'm sorry, 627 here. 1827. I keep it on military time, just kind of cool. I used to fly airplanes. I used to be a pilot, but I was never a professional pilot. I do have a license to fly, but yeah, my phone is on 24-hour clock for that reason. 226. Yeah, 0226. 0226. Where's Kevin at? Someone message Kevin, tell him to get on here. Or maybe I should. I just don't want to leave the live stream. So check this out. Well, you can't even see really what's torn. I got a little torn boot right there. And there's a leaf stuck in the bracket. I want to weld those, but I have had zero issues with them just bolted up like that. So I don't know if we'll see what happens. Once I get the car in a lift, I do want to put new carrier bearings in, those BMW ones. I do want to get new carrier bearings and just kind of have those brackets welded. And I think it will be a little stronger. However, I'm not having any problems with this setup, and it's working. It's gripping pretty good. That viscous coupler is in awesome shape. Yeah, I mean, I got a killer deal on all this. So with the transmission, with the transmission, I paid. So I got the transmission, the drive shaft, the viscous, the rear diff, and I got the stock shifter box for the CRV. I also got a CRV cluster, a manual CRV cluster included in the deal. I paid $850 for all that stuff. And you look online, you can get a viscous for like $500 or something like that. Viscous. The transmission itself is like $1,200 now. But I got $650 or $850. I bought everything. I ended up selling the cluster for like $100. So technically, I paid like $750 for everything, and that's pretty much why I'm all-wheel drive. And I ended up selling my Integra Type R transmission that was in the car when it was front-wheel drive, obviously, for $1,000 because I let it go for a stupid price because I don't want to miss out on this deal with all-wheel drive, the whole package, because the guy was saying he has someone else wanting to buy it, so I did not want to miss out on that. And it's also a PEP transfer case, and it's out of a 2000 Honda CRV with a matching rear diff, all that good stuff. So yeah, and now I'm here, all-wheel drive, a year later. A little over a year, I think, something like that. Thank you guys for being here. Trying to get some more watch hours. I'm super close being monetized. Definitely have the subscribers. Just a couple hundred hours short, a little over 200, and then I'll be monetized. I'll be cool. I'll be like Phil. Not that it's like a ton of money, but it's a little side money. I got a decent job. I don't need a lot more money, but it'd be nice to get a little bit of side money, from YouTube. Plus, I love filming. I love editing, so I don't have a problem with that. All right, so axle's in. This nut is tightened. I just got to stake the nut back into the axle. I'm going to try to do it upside down because apparently the car is all-wheel drive. No, I'm just joking. Apparently I can't spin. I mean, I knew that from the start. My brain was kind of used to front-wheel drive still. I can't spin the front wheel, so I can't get the nut on the top. But no worries. It's going to be kind of hard. I can't see it. I'd be really surprised if I actually get it. Oh, almost. Kind of lay on the ground. Oh, sorry. Well, I guess you're able to spin it even with the back wheels. Back wheels are down. At least one of them put here. There, at the top. Oh, let's see. Oh, I went the wrong way. Darn. There we go. She's in. So we got the axle in. I just staked the nut back into the axle, as you can see. That was fun because I had to turn the wheel. Axle's in. Got the suspension all tightened up. Really from here, I'm just gonna add a little bit of MTF that I lost a little bit. And I think I need it. I really, honestly, what I'm gonna end up doing is just drain the transmission, just doing a flush on it. And, because I think I might need it, so. Anyway, I'm gonna throw the wheel back on and we're gonna look at the rear end of the car. You guys are still here. I got a couple of people, looks like, on here. I'm gonna look at the rear end, make sure no welds are broken or anything like that. That diff is still hopping, guys. I don't know, there's no broken welds. Everything seems to be tight. What I'm gonna end up doing is, let me just pop the trunk and show you guys what I want to end up doing to the car to stiffen up the diff a little bit. Just walk over here. The trunk. What's going on? So what I want to end up doing is cutting more of this out. And I'm getting a roll cage in a few months. You're a cop, that's funny, Phil. I did not know that. It's actually really, really interesting. So, where was I? I gotta quit posting videos in front of Phil of me going to Mexico. I'm kidding, Phil. Anyway, I want to cut all this out right here. And my roll cage, I'm getting a 10-point cage in March. Shout out to Fuse Fab. I don't think he's on here anyway. I'm going to cut all this out and I'm going to integrate some bars. I saw Kevin sent me a picture from PFI Speed. They kind of did something similar. So I'm going to weld some more bracketing or some more stability for the rear diff. And hopefully it keeps that a little more intact. Kind of what I want to do, make the ass end a little more stable, Phil and Martin and whoever else is on here. So there's my SPD fuel cell out of Sweden. This thing's pretty heavy duty. Kevin hates it because it's heavier than a like an eBay one, but I kind of want to get something nice for the car. I mean, I know it's not, some people might think it's not necessary, but I'm running an internal pump. I do want to run an external at some point. It does have the sump on the bottom right here. You can't really see. That's blocked off right now. So it's really nice fuel cell, actually. I need to get a different gas gauge so I can read these ohms from this sending unit. Actually, that's pretty cool. This will have 85 in it soon. We're gonna make 700 max on this whole setup. Eventually put a billet transfer case in it, but it's gonna literally cost me $4,000, maybe $4,200 to build a T case for this, because I already have the transfer gears. I don't need the transfer gears. I've got the crown gear in the transmission, PPG, and the gear at the end of the transfer case is a straight cut PPG. I need the casing, the high poise, and the shaft. And then we'll be good to go for whatever amount of horsepower I want to put through that. So, let's get this wheel on. We'll get the wheel on, and then I'm going to go ahead and jack the back up. I'm going to take a look at the back of the car. Get my light back over here. So bear with me, guys. Yeah, hopefully Kevin, I'm surprised Kevin's not in this feed. He's usually here with us. He's been really busy. He got his new job and all that. And, he hasn't seen his family in a few weeks, so I understand. All right, so. Just wheel back on. Sorry if I'm boring you guys, but I'm about done replacing this CDX, what I completely just wrecked. I don't know if you saw this, Phil, but look at that. I think you did see it. I think, yeah, I don't even know. You said something on this. I saw that. Yeah, I'll just check it out right now. Because they look like carrier bearings or something like that. Hang on. Yeah, those are really nice bearings. So is it 25 euros each, I'm assuming? And do they fit, so they fit right with the viscous, right? So they fit with the Freelander setup. I might consider those actually, because they're about the same price as the BMW ones on Rock Auto. That's pretty cool. I seen something similar like that on another all-wheel drive car, and I was wondering where he got those, but if I can just use those, those look really good. They look really nice, solid. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it. All right, so sometimes doing this kind of stuff, like, it's never fun. If I was putting in my DSS 5.9s right now, then I'd be like, yeah, all stoked and excited. But like putting a stock replacement axle back in this thing and basically just fixing it and hoping that it's just an axle is not the most fun I'm having. But hey, it is kind of exciting to look forward to driving this car again, I guess, without breaking the back end of the car. So Martin, you might be able to answer this question for me. So when I broke this axle, did it send more power to the rear? I don't know, because it was making a little more noise than it used to, but I'm not worried about it breaking necessarily. Just kind of curious if this broken axle has anything to do with putting a little more power or making more noise to the back. So they're 30 millimeter. Do they fit right with the Freelander viscous coupler? So if they do, I'm probably gonna source those and try to find them here in America. Unless I can just order them. I don't know if they can. I don't know if I can order them. I don't even know. I'll look into it. I really appreciate it, though, because I need a better replacement for I don't know. It's just I'm assuming the carrier bearings from a BMW are really good. They're aluminum. They're nicer. They're cheap. But if those are an option, I'll probably go with those instead. All right. Let's put the wheel on. Looks like there's a few more people on here, or a couple more people, I guess. For those that just came on here, we just replaced that axle that we broke trying to do donuts, or cyclones. That's the actual name. All-wheel drive donuts, cyclones. I'm actually kind of surprised the back end broke loose like that, to be honest with you, because the power split's not exactly 50-50. It's actually far from 50-50. I think it can do better. I think this car will be able to rip better donuts. I'm actually considering welding the diff, or getting a different diff and welding it. Tell me if you guys think I am stupid for doing that, or if that's a good idea to go sliding with the car. Or I guess not exactly sliding, but, you know, donuts, cyclones. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the car and torque the wheels down. I don't like the way that feels. What is it? I quit when I sold my hatch. No, I'm kidding, Phil. Man, you don't tell me I've killed this wheel bearing. Got a little bit of movement right here. I don't know if you can even hear that clicking, but I got the spindle nut tight. Damn. Oh well. Oh well. See what happens. Hopefully it's not a bad wheel bearing. I was gonna go with the 36 millimeters anyway. It's not right now. It's not terrible. I've seen worse. So I've signed it. Alright. Okay, torque wrench. Hopefully you won't get any noise from the wheel bearing. If you can hold on for another few months, I'm going to be happy. Because it's 39 or 36 millimeter in a few months. Okay, let's get going. I do not like the way that wheel bearing feels. Alright. Oops. Dropped the phone. Correct. I do have a feeling that the wheel bearing might have gotten a little bit damaged when that happened. Kind of saw that coming. Damn. I need a press. Maybe I'll invest in a press. And I need a bigger garage. Alright, I'll look up that part number. And I will get them. I'm so glad I watched Phil's video on putting his drive shaft onto that coupe. Because I learned about your spacers, Martin. So thank you, Phil. Got some drum trailing arms ready for some all-wheel drive action. Some spare arms. Yeah, the BMW bearings. You know, I gotta do something soon. Oops. That's why you don't cut your trunk. You got stupid things like that in the way. BMW bearings. I might go with those. I might go with the billet ones if they're a good price. I mean, not that anyone's gonna see them. I mean, they're under the car. So. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. Let's hope nothing's broken. So, the only one to take a look at these welds. The axles look great. Not worried about the axles. I thought I broke one of these, but so there's a weld. My neighbor welded this up. He welded this bar in for me. He did a really, really good job. And I went and just threw some spray paint on there. There's the other side. So I did put a level on this, and it is perfectly straight. So it's not, when this diff moves, it's not flexing. I mean, it's flexing, but it's not bending it. That's why I'm stumped. But it's been good. It's been good to me, so I'm not too worried. So here's the welds. They look worse when I paint them for some reason, but they're holding up really good. Nothing looks cracked. I don't know, you guys can't really see them like I can, but everything looks mint down here. Turn around and look at the other side of the drive shaft. Prop shaft. Oh, no, this is a drive shaft. This is a prop shaft. Prop shaft. Alright, so yeah, the foam is rubbing on the damn. I gotta cut that foam out just for the handbrake cable. But we got the fuel lines all supported with those. There's my viscous setup, just bolted up with some rib nuts. And there's the transmission. A little bit of oil underneath it. No worries. Everything looks good down here. I'm not too concerned. I'm not surprised it looks good because, I mean, I haven't really had an issue with this bar right here, the rear end bar. Looks good. I mean, I can probably tighten the diff a little bit, but whatever. Other than that, I don't know, because I cranked on those bolts that go into the diff. They're really tight, so I'm not super concerned. But yeah, there we have it. All good to go. Looks good back here. I don't see anything wrong. So my first time. Oh man, I'm under the car. I do not want to get up because I'm tired. Lift. I'm getting too old for that. Boom. So there we go. Car looks good. So, put it this way, I know that diff shouldn't be moving, guys, but like, I mean, I kind of been just beating on this car so much and nothing is really broken. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. If the diff is kind of moving around like it is, it's not as bad because I end up tightening up those 217s up top and it kind of remedied that somewhat. But it's still kind of still flexing. Hopefully when I get that those stable riser bar things welded out of my roll cage onto the weld-in bar for the rear diff, or the front mount for the bar, front mount for the diff. Hopefully that keeps it a little more stable. I think it'll keep it a lot more stable actually. So I personally wouldn't weld it. Like weld the diff. I was gonna get a second one and use it as like weld the actual, what'd you call it, like a spider gears, kind of like what the drift guys do, and see if it'll help make the car slide better. Something tells me it won't, but worth a shot. Okay, drop that back in that. Just cleaning up my garage right now because I'm pretty much done for the night. Just kind of sitting here waiting for the snow. It's not going to be snowing in the near future, but once it does, I'm taking this thing out. I do need to test drive it, but I'll end up doing that tomorrow because I got to go inside and be with the family. Oops. Probably gonna end this. You can buy a kit from Racing Diffs for rear diff. Kit. What is it? What's in the kit? Or I can throw an LSD in the back. That would probably be better. Would the LSD make the diff itself like stronger? And what exactly can I switch out? Because I've seen people run, I guess not people, but I saw a guy, he's running 7s with a CRV diff, and I have no clue what he has done to that diff. I'm hearing that it's also good to have your drive shaft angle and all that set up perfect. So when you do go to, drive it, I guess the angle of the diff is huge on the CRV diff. I guess for anything with the rear diff, drive shaft, the angle matters. Just dropping the car right there. Shut this trunk before it kills my battery. There she is. Nice B-series. So, alright. Pretty much done. I gotta add a little bit of oil and all that, but like I said, I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. So, we got the new axle put in, aka drive shaft. Oh, boy. Alright, well, thank you for the people that were on here. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night for tonight. Well, who cares? Or anyway, very redundant. I'm going to call it a night and go inside. I got the new axle put in and hoping the car is back up and running like it should be. I checked the rear end. Rear end looks great. Nothing's broken. Nothing seems to be damaged, at least to the eye. Anything inside the diff, I can't tell till I drive it. Yeah, thank you, Justin. You have a good night too, man. Hopefully you watched my last video and you saw that I broke the axle. But anyway, got it fixed. Had a new axle sitting at home. Luckily, the axle that I broke, I had a brand new one. And let me go show you something real quick. So I have a new, the new drive shaft right here. New, I guess prop shaft or whatever. Dang. With the slip yoke on it. There's another, that's a good axle. I got some metal polishing compound on it. This is the driver's side. The one I had a brand new one wrapped. And I just went ahead and threw it on here. Brand new passenger one. So we got to, actually, let me show you the axle. I should be ripping again indeed. Yeah, I'll be ripping for sure. Don't know if I'm going to be doing any donuts so until I get my 5.9 axles from DSS in a few months. Once I get those axles, we'll be back up and doing donuts and breaking other things. Just kidding. Hopefully I don't break anything else. But yeah, here we have it. Woohoo! Broke the housing right off. I'm surprised it didn't break at the spline. But she is gone. All the bearings are gone too. All over the damn parking lot where I did donuts. Alright, with that said, thank you guys for tuning in on the live. I like doing these lives because they're just, they seem to be much easier. I don't have to edit anything. Not that I don't enjoy it. But I don't have to worry about like getting the best angle, or, you know, the best angles, the best shots, and cutting certain clips and all that stuff. And I get to kind of answer you guys' questions or kind of read through the comments live. That's why it's called live, I guess. Plus, I get my watch hours. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. We're almost monetized. So go ahead and throw my videos on in the background. You don't even have to watch them. Just give me them watch hours. I'm just joking. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. So you guys have a good one for those that tuned in.